Hello and welcome to this new lesson in which we are going to talk about while loops. The while loop applies the code given that it is true. Now, the syntax is very simple. If this condition is true, while loop will execute the loop body statement. Otherwise, it will get out of the loop. Now, the syntax consists of while loop in small letters, 2 parentheses, and 2 curly braces, as you can see. Now, between the curly braces, as usual, we write our code, the action that we want to execute. Between the parentheses, we only add the condition. Now, the code will keep repeating itself, keep playing the loop body statement until the condition is false. Now, one example for using while loop is this example. As you can see, we created a variable, named it x, type integer, with an initial value of 0. Now, while x, this is the condition, x not equal 10, so if x not equal 10, it will keep printing, this is the code that will be executed. Now, x is 0, not equal 10, that is true. So we have the condition as true. It will print try again, and it will wait the user to enter a new value and save it inside the variable x. Once done, it will go back to the condition to check it. If the user enters 9 not equal 10, this is also true. So it will go back inside the loop, print try again, then read input from the user. Now, if the user enters 10, it will go back to the condition, 10 not equals 10. That is false because 10 equals 10. So it will be a false condition, and once we have a false condition, it will go out of the loop to execute whatever outside the loop. That's it. This is how easy it is to deal with while loop. While the condition is true, keep playing the code or keep executing the code inside the curly braces. Once the condition is false, get out of the while loop. Now, to make things more clear, let's explain this in a practical manner. So let's go to the Notepad++. Now here, as you can see, we need to create a new code. Here, void main void. In here, let's change the language to C. Let's add a new value and x equals 0. While this is the syntax, x not equal 10, print f, try again, scan f, %d, and f, and x. We want to save the variable or the value that the user will enter inside the variable x to check it with the condition. Now, let's save our code. So 15, while loop, and let's execute it. Now, here it is, GCC. Okay, GCC. Let's write the file name 15 while loop.c, cls to clean the display, a.exe. Try again. Now let's enter 5, 53, 3, 5, 6, 9, 4, 8, 7, 1. Once you enter 10, the condition will be false because 10 not equal 10. This condition will be false and it will get out of the loop. So let's enter 10. As you can see, it's out. Now we added 3, 5. If you want, you can add slash n here, or you can add this to indicate that the user will enter a value. Now let's save this again. Now let's execute it. As you can see, it looks more convenient. Now you can use the very same code to check a password. Let's say that we want to check a password. So let's comment this part of code so that we can only execute this. And let's create a new variable. Let's call it password equal 1234, or let's call it password equal 0. Now here, if password equal 1234, then get outside the while loop. Now, if he entered anything but 1234, he will keep getting error. Try again. And we will read the new password that he enters to check it out. Now, once done, we can go outside the while loop and write printf statement you are in, which means that the password is right because he's outside the while loop. Let's save the code. cls compile a.exe. Now error, try again. Let's add 1, 2, 5, 4, 6, 10. We must enter 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we enter this, the while loop will exit because the condition is false and we enter the right password. So press enter. Now we have you are in, as you can see. This is how you can read the password from the user using while loop. And as you can see, while loop is used for checking conditions. If you want to repeat a block of code for a certain number of iterations, you will need to go to the for loop. While loop is less used for this. It can be used for repeating a block of code for 100 times or 200 times, but it means more work that you need to do. That's why we only use while and do while for conditions to check them, and while the condition is true, we will keep repeating the code until we get the condition to become false. That's it. This is the while loop. In the next lesson, we will discuss the the do while loop, which is a very similar loop to the while loop. Thanks for watching this lesson. See you next.